Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Welcome to another half hour of information to help you make the most of your time, to make informed decisions, and to keep up with goings-on around Greater Augusta. We have got a packed show today with guests from Augusta University School of Nursing, Augusta Pride, and Action Ministries. Opportunities for you to celebrate, opportunities for you to volunteer. So let's get started. Do you know the #1 complication after childbirth, for 1 in 7 women at least, is postpartum depression? And it does not discriminate. You may remember actress Brooke Shields suffered from it years ago and tried to raise awareness about it, only to be publicly mocked by Tom Cruise. More recently, model and lip sync battle host Chrissy Teigen said in an interview with Glamour magazine that she suffered from postpartum depression. Teigen says the support of her husband, John Legend, helped her make it through. She says she hopes that opening up about her story may help others who are struggling with the same thing. Pregnant women and depression seems to be a growing trend, one that poses a real dilemma for patients and doctors. Andrea Canning has more.
Heather Armstrong's first pregnancy should have been the happiest time of her life, but when she went off her antidepressant, it became a nightmare.
I started to have panic attacks. When I finally had my daughter, it was total feelings of wanting to commit suicide.
Armstrong was hospitalized for serious depression, so during her second pregnancy, she and her doctor decided
I'm a better mother having been medicated. I really do feel like I am there fully mentally for my child and emotionally.
As many as 23% of expectant mothers suffer from depression.
My hope is that as a result of this report, more OBs will be savvy to depressive symptoms.
The report recommends women with mild depression rely on talk therapy, but those with suicidal feelings or feelings of hopelessness need more aggressive treatment.
They are the women that need to stay on medication through pregnancy and beyond.
Doctors say there is no separating the health of the mother from the health of her baby. Some studies suggest that untreated depression can lead to poor prenatal care, premature delivery, and even developmental problems for the child later on. Today, Heather Armstrong has 2 healthy daughters.
The anxiety during my first pregnancy stole some of the most beautiful moments of my daughter's life from me.
Precious moments she's now treasuring the second time around.
That is really an important subject that we're going to talk about right now. Jody Hudgens is with me. She's a registered nurse and the coordinator of education and networking for Enterprise Community Health Start. And also, we are so pleased to have with us a nursing student here today, Gabrielle
Taramina.
Taramina.
Yes, ma'am. Good job.
It is a lovely name. It just
Thank
sounds
you.
so much better when you say it. Taramina. Jody, I want to talk a little bit about perinatal mood disorders, because it's something that a lot of women are hard to talk about it, especially I would think after the baby's born, when you're supposed to be so happy. And then some women, like we just saw in the story there, it can just be a devastating blow with what happens emotionally.
Yes, it can. One of the things that we also know now with perinatal mood disorders is that some of those actually start during pregnancy, which surprises a lot of women. And so they don't recognize the changes that may be occurring and don't know to say anything to their support systems or to their providers as well. And then again, when it carries over after the pregnancy, the intense impact for them makes it even more frightening, but yet they're also embarrassed about it and feeling like, what's wrong with me? Don't I love my child? You know, I must not be a good mother.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of inner brain conversations that go on with them.
There must be, and also it's just intensified because you're not sleeping,
Right.
and you have this whole new role that you have to learn how to do. And I can understand that it would just be overwhelming.
Yeah. And a lot of the symptoms that come with being a new parent, simply fatigue and feeling overwhelmed, are also similar symptoms that somebody has with postpartum depression, which is different than postpartum blues, which a lot of women do experience. But this carries on past that initial first few weeks after you've had your baby.
How does someone know when they need to seek treatment for that? Are doctors trying to feel them out, you know, when they come back for their appointments, or is the burden more on the woman?
I think a lot of the burden is on the woman. There are providers who are asking their moms these questions. Keep in mind that most women don't go back to their provider until about 6 weeks after they've delivered. And so some of these events and feelings start to take place prior to that. So if a mom is feeling intrusive thoughts or just feeling completely overwhelmed, and we even see moms who have like an OCD related to postpartum depression or fear of taking care of her baby, it's important to contact her provider. It's also important to talk to her support system about it and letting them know that she's feeling this way and making sure she has a safe conversation with them, that they're willing to listen to what she has to say and not ostracize her and tell her she's just crazy and there's nothing wrong with her, just get over it, which sometimes unfortunately is what partners may respond.
You know, Jody, my kids are in their 20s now, and we didn't talk like this when I was pregnant. I think it's awesome for you, Gabby, to be a nursing student now and to be so aware of this.
Yes. What I really love about being part of this is that, you know, I'm 24, I have a lot of friends who are married and they are trying to start families, and we are now talking more, I think, about mental issues that are happening. And in that realm, we can bring up, you know, perinatal mood disorders and postpartum depression more easily now because of that. So me and my classmates' role in, you know, this climb out of the darkness, you know, walk and education, what we're doing, you know, is to make sure the community knows that we're there for them, that we like to talk about these things with them, and we want to be their support system.
Let's show the viewers. It's coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, it's so soon. So it's going to be at Pendleton King Park. We're going to be there to talk with people about perinatal mood disorders, how they feel, what's going on personally for them, and giving them education on it, as well as just someone to talk to. I'm going to be at the kid table. We have face paint, we have temporary tattoos, we're going to have some sidewalk chalk. It's going to be a great time.
And it's important to note that there's no entry fee for this. Donations are optional. And Jody, the funds support the Georgia chapter of PSI. And what is PSI?
Perinatal Support International is actually an international organization, but the state of Georgia has its own chapter, and the funds will be used to support training and education for providers, training and education for community members, and also offering resources throughout the state of Georgia.
And I want you to tell our viewers, we're running out of time now, but the importance of Saturday and climbing out of the darkness.
Yeah, the climbing out of the darkness, the name came from the fact that it is a climb out of darkness. It's being held on Saturday, June 23rd, which is the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. And so we want families to come out and talk about the climb that they've made and the experiences they've had.
I love it. That's a great, great thing. And we have more information about this on our website, and you'll be able to go there and find out resources if you need to talk to someone and if you want to find out more about the event that's coming up Saturday. Jody and Gabby, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
And I hope that a lot of people are going to be touched by this and realize they're not alone.
No.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.